The first question of that, the village was nestled in a green spot. There must be a dash somewhere, and I presume it must be here. The dash will be here, the blank. The village was nestled in a green spot, dash, the oceans and the hills. Give it a try. Obviously, the only one that fits in is between the oceans and the hills. Okay, let's go in for the next one. Okay, degree is to protest is analogous to agree is to dash, and they have said you do it by the meaning of the words. Go ahead. See, disagree and protest, the relation that exists. It means if you disagree, you protest, right? So similarly, if you agree, I am sure you won't refuse. So that's wrong. I am sure pretext is an entirely out of the context word. Pretext is, showing a reason for something. So that is absolutely refute means, not agree. Refute is entirely the opposite actually. Okay, refute and refuse are more or less the same thing. But if you agree, you recommend, right? So obviously, recommend will be the correct one that should be selected. Disagree is to protest is analogous to agree is to recommend. Okay, let's go in for the next one. A frabjous, I haven't heard of this number before in my life, but it's given here, so must be something. A frabjous number, I could presume the pronunciation is okay. A frabjous number is defined as a 3-digit number with all digits odd and no two adjacent digits being the same. For example, 137 is a frabjous number and 133 is not. Yes, because in 133 two digits are the same. Okay, so how many such frabjous numbers exist? Very nice question. Though the question has nothing to do with a frabjous number or properties of a frabjous number, which I don't know. But then give it a try first. Okay, see, how many odd numbers are there? See, 1 is an odd number, 3 is an odd number, 5, 7, and 9. I mean, no need of counting them. 10 divided by 2 was 5. That could also have done. So, see, these are 5 odd numbers. So, what is a frabjous number? These 3 number digits, the hundreds, the tens, and the units digit, they will all have to be odd. Yet, they can't be similar to each other. I mean, they can't be thus identical in any two cases. So, I will say, see, let us select the hundreds place odd numbers. Well, I can select any one of the odd numbers from them, 5C1 ways, and the hundreds place is filled up. Then I will select the tens place odd numbers. So I will say, you see, you have selected one of these from for the hundreds place. So the remaining 4, you select any one from them. So 4C1 will be the number of ways you can select the tens digit odd number. Now the time has come to select the units digit odd number. I will say, Acha, you see, you have already selected 2 of these odd numbers for the hundreds and tens place. 3 more are left. So from that 3, select any one and do these selections simultaneously. That is the rule of multiplication. So that will give you the number of frabjous numbers possible, which is, as we can see, 60 frabjous numbers, and here is the option. Right? So it's a very simple actually combination problem. Let's go on to do the next. By the way, this is instrumentation. I hope I told you. Which one of the following statements must be true about the mean and median of the scores of all candidates appearing for GATE 2023? A very basic problem. Give it a try. Few seconds. Now for this, one must have a clear idea of what is the mean and what is the median. Now the mean is the arithmetic mean of all these values. I mean, scores the candidates have got. And what is the median? If you arrange the scores in any order, be it increasing order or decreasing order, that is immaterial. If you arrange them, then the middle value of the score, the middlemost value of the score, the median, that is known as the median value. Okay, so if one knows the definitions, one doesn't have to read all the options to understand. It is absolutely clear that point number C, which states at most half the candidates have a score that is larger than the median. See, let us see the scores of candidates. Say one candidate has got, just fictitious, okay, has got say 5 marks, and candidate has got say suppose 16 marks, 21 marks, 23 marks, 35 marks, 67 marks, 68 marks, 75 marks. How many have happened? 8. Let us take another one, say 80 marks. So you see, there are 9 candidates, all of them have been arranged. So which is the median value? If you notice, I have actually arranged them in ascending order. So the median value will be 35, because 35 is the 5th candidate when arranged. See, left hand side 4, right hand side 4. So the median value is this. So obviously, see, half of them must be here and the upper half of them must be on the right hand side of the median value, right? So at most half of the candidates have a score that is larger than the median. See, why is this at most being written? Because had there been even number of candidates, suppose select there be another candidate with a mark of 2, then what would be the median? The median would be the average of this, which would lie somewhere here. And then you see half is exactly reached. See, half of them are above the median, half is less than median. So naturally, because of that reason, at most half, that too when the number of candidates are even. If the number of candidates are odd, then it is less than half actually. Okay, so this is the correct fact. So just the knowledge of, basic knowledge of what is mean median will enable you to answer this question. Let's go on to the next one. Oh, this is I don't know whether in schools in geographies you did topographical maps. So these are topographical maps. In the given diagram, ovals are marked at different heights of a hill. Which of the following options, P, Q, R, and S, depicts the top view of the hill? It's very simple. You have to imagine yourself looking from an, say, aeroplane from the top of this like this. So which one will you see? Quite clear. I can make it at a second that you will be seeing this one. Right, not the others. So that is your correct option. So this is a bit of imagination that is required. Okay, and these are called topographical maps actually. Let's move on. This was a simple one. Okay, residency is a famous housing complex with many well-established individuals among its residents. A recent survey conducted among the residents of the complex revealed that all of those residents who are well established in their respective fields happen to be academicians. The survey also revealed that most of these academicians are authors of some best-selling books. Based on the information provided above, which one of the following statements can be logically inferred, concluded with certainty? Give it a try. 1 minute. See, let's look at the first option. Some residents of the complex who are well established in their fields are also authors of some best-selling books. Well, this appears to be quite true. See, residence is a housing complex with many well-established individuals among its residents. The residents of the complex, that all of those residents who are well established in their respective fields happen to be academicians. All of those who are well established in their respective fields happen to be academicians. So naturally, the survey also revealed that most of these academicians are authors of some best-selling books. So you see, many well-established individuals are residents. All well-established individuals are academicians, and most of the academicians are authors of bestsellers. So from here, this can be said to be absolutely correct, because that's exactly what is being echoed here. But then let us also look at the others. All academicians residing in the complex are well established in their fields. Now, well, has that been said, all of the residents who are well established happen to be academicians. Now that doesn't mean that all our academicians are well established. No. All well established people are academicians. Okay. But that doesn't mean that all academicians have to be well established. So this is not perfectly true. Some authors of best-selling books are residents of the complex who are well established in their fields. Well, it is once again trying to give this a opposite tone. Now you see, it has been said well-established individuals, there are many. All well-established individuals are academicians. Most academicians are authors. Now here they are saying some authors are residents of the complex who are well-established. Maybe, may not be. How do I know? Okay. Some authors are residents who are well-established in their fields. How do I know? It may be all also, all authors. How do I know that only some authors are there? So this doesn't have that complete fact attached with it. Some academicians residing in the complex are well established in their fields. No. See, maybe, yes, maybe, may not be also. How do I know? Nowhere has it been stated. It has been stated that all of them who are well established are academicians. But has it been stated that, okay, some academicians may not be well established too? No, it hasn't been stated. So how do I say this is the fact? So clearly our first judgment was the correct one. Of course, in the exam hall, when you are confident that this is the correct one, do not waste time in going through these. This I did because this is a practice session. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. Ankita has to climb 5 stairs starting at the ground while respecting the following rules. At any stage, Ankita can move either 1 or 2 stairs up. Number 2, at any stage, Ankita cannot move to a lower step. If function of n denote the number of possible ways in which Ankita can reach the nth stair. For example, f1 is equal to f2 is equal to 2. f3 is equal to 3. They have given some examples. I mean, for the first stair, in how many ways can he reach it? He can reach it in Ankita can reach it in one way, and Ankita can move either 1 or 2 stairs up. So Ankita has to climb 5 stairs while respecting this. F3 is also given as 3. Okay, fine. So let us try to find this out. Give it a try. See, this is not a right fact that has been written. I don't know, there must be something wrong, because the first stair can be moved only in one way. The second staircase can be moved in 2 ways. So I presume that Either in the gate question there was a mistake, in which case it's absolutely jolly good because everybody will get the marks for that, or else maybe a printing error here might be the case. It can be any case, but I hope everybody understands that the number of ways in which you can move to the first staircase is only one. You see, one stair up, only one way. So F1 must be 1 here. That's what caught my eye, and I wanted to think over it a bit and then comment. So do neglect that F1 is equal to function of 1 is equal to function of 2. Neglect that and take the right hand side. Of course, F3 is equal to 3. No doubt about that. Find the value of F5, please. In fact, that is the question. The question has not been written. The value would, the question would be, find the value of F5. This is the question. How many ways Ankita can climb 5 stairs? This is a very good sum. Okay, let us discuss. See, the first way, way number 1. Ankita took one step, moved on to the first stair, took another step, moved on to the second, took another step, moved on to the third, took another step, moved on to the fourth, took another step, moved on to the fifth, and yes, Ankita has reached the 5th stair. So this is one way. Okay, now the next case. Any one of the stairs Ankita double jumps, 2 stairs up. Any one, say the first one, Ankita double jumps. And the rest, see, Ankita now moves on to the third, Ankita now moves on to the fourth, Ankita moves on to the fifth. Only one double jump, the rest single. But then here, there is one question arising. Ankita could have double jumped the second one also. So the first 3, 4 and 5. So this one could have also happened. Now this is a different way than this. So how do I classify these ways? Individually like this? No. Arrange these. These can be arranged in factorial 4 divided by factorial 3 ways. That is equal to 4 ways. So there will be 4 different ways. See, 2 in the first stage, 2 in the second stage, 2 in the third stage, and 2 in the fourth stage. So 4 ways. Now the third case. Now this time Ankita will double jump 2 steps. Say the first she double jumps, and in the second also she double jumps. So 4th stair is reached, she takes 1 step. But then the double jump could have been taken by Ankita like this also. This would be a different way. So how many such different ways will result? So arrange them. Factorial 3 divided by factorial 2. That is equal to 3 ways. I hope you can understand there can be no other ways. Ankita can't triple jump 2 steps. Okay, double jumping 3 times Ankita is not possible. There are only 5 steps. So add these. 1 way plus 4 ways plus 3 ways. That is a total of 8 ways. Is there an option? Yes, 8 ways. So that is the correct option. Okay. I hope you have got it. Let's move on to the next one. This is the lengthy one. A lengthy one has been given in every general ability part of every stream. Slightly difficult one also. The information contained in DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA, is used to synthesize proteins that are necessary for the functioning of life. This is taken from biology. Okay. DNA is composed of 4 nucleotides. Nucleotides are materials that make up the nucleus body. So it's adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. So denoted by A, T, C, and G. The information contained in DNA can be thought of as a sequence of these 4 nucleotides, A, T, C, and G. DNA has coding and non-coding regions. Coding regions are where the sequence of these nucleotides are read in groups of 3 to produce individual amino acids and constitute only about 2% of human DNA. For example, the triplet of nucleotides CCG codes for the amino acid glycine, while the triplet GGA codes for the amino acid proline. Multiple amino acids are then assembled to form a protein. This is absolutely hardcore biology, physiology to be precise. Physiology is a part of biology. Based only upon the information provided above, which of the following statements can be logically inferred with certainty? 2 statements are given. The majority of human DNA has no role in the synthesis of proteins. Synthesis means manufacturing, synthesizing, creating. And number 2, the function of about 98% of human DNA is not understood. Well, this is quite easy actually. Take a few seconds. I'm sure you already have found it out. Well, we have read the passage properly, and I am sure that everyone remembers that the function of about 98% of human DNA is not understood is an entirely frivolous and false statement. Because there it has been said that these coding regions constitute about 2% of human DNA. That means 98% of human DNA is not constituted by coding regions. Not that scientists have not understood what that part is all about. So clearly number 2 is a false one. Now look at number 1. The majority of human DNA has no role in the synthesis of proteins. Absolutely correct. It has been clearly said that you see the regions that code, that is nucleotides are read in groups of 3, constitute only about 2%. The 2% has only that coding area, and hence those coding regions, because of those codings, proteins are synthesized, manufactured. You see glycine, proline, these are manufactured. They in turn combine to give proteins. So naturally the majority, that is 98% of them, has no role in the synthesis of proteins. That's absolutely the only one correct one. So I will say that A is the correct option. This is fairly simple, I should say. I'm sure we can go on to the next one now. Aha! Which one of the given figures, P, Q, R, and S, represent the graph of the following function? Function of x is mod of x plus 2 minus mod of x minus 1. I'm sure for an engineer this is fairly easy, and I'm sure you can find it out quickly. To find it out, it's actually clearly apparent here also. See the first graph, that is graph number P. Here it is said that at minus 2 the value of the function goes on decreasing. It reaches a point say somewhere between minus 1 and 0, that is minus 0.5. Then it again goes on increasing. It goes on increasing till it appears somewhat around 1, plus 1, and then again it becomes flat. So say this can't be true. I mean, I hope you understand. At x equal to, say, suppose 0.5. If you place x equal to 0.5, so what is the value of this function? Say 0.5 plus 2, that is 2.5, minus of 0.5 minus 1, that is minus 0.5. Mod means another 0.5. So it becomes 2, right? But then in the function p at x equal to 0, if x is 0, so I am sure you will understand that that is absolutely wrong. Okay, at x equal to 0.5, if x is 0, so that is absolutely wrong. I hope you understand. Now let us go on to the next one, PQ. Now PQ here says, as you can observe, the graph is absolutely parallel to the axis x-axis till -2, then has a 45-degree angle, climbs up, and approximately at +1, it again assumes a parallel matter. So once again, if you notice carefully, at 0, x equal to 0, the value of fx is somewhere around 0 only. 0, a little bit to the higher side of 0, definitely less than 1, say 0.5. So once again, at x is equal to 0, if you put it, what is the value? See, x plus 2 means that will be 2 only, and x minus 1 modulus is 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So at x is 0, the value of fx should have been 3. Which means absolutely at the top where the line has gone flat. But such is not the case. That value has been reached at x equal to 1. So obviously that is not the right one. Let us go on to R. Now at R, once again you can see at 0.5, x equal to 0.5, the value of fx is 0. We already found in the graph of P that that was wrong. So obviously number R cannot be true. Now let us look at number, what is that? S. So see, at x equal to -2, what is the case? See, at x equal to -2, the function is mod of -2 plus 2, that is 0. And -2 minus 1 is -3. Mod of -3 is equal to +3. And there is a minus sign before that. So the result would be, what did it happen? -3, this is 0, 0 minus of this. Okay, let us put it. What is x? What did I put it as? -2. So that would be -2 plus 2 minus of -2 minus 1. So that would be 0 minus of mod of -3. So that is equal to -3. So at x equal to -3, the value has become -3. What happened? At x equal to -2, the value should be somewhere here, which is 2. Let us take at x equal to 0, what is the value? At x equal to 0, that is 2 minus of -1, that is equal to 3. Now the question is this 3 or is this 2? Which one is 2 and which one is 3? That is a bit of a thing. Okay, this one will be 2. So no, we were correct. This one is 3. So that is 3. Sorry, I was having a bit of a difficulty in seeing it. But this one has been said to be 2, if I am not wrong. This one, to be precise. This one is 4. This one is 6. This one is 0. Yes, so this one will be 3, not 2. So I was thinking this as 2. So that's why I was wondering. But then this curious negative remains. This is minus. There is no mod over that. So this is mod of, so this is -3 only. Whereas this is 3. Let us check it at -4. So -4, so that would be -4 plus 2 is 2, the modulus, and this is -5, so it becomes +5. So 2 minus 5, that is once again equal to -3. Am I going wrong somewhere, or is this an error? Just one final more time. X is equal to 0. So mod of 0 plus 2 minus of 0 minus 1. So that is 2 minus 1, that is 1. So at x equal to 0, the value of y is not 1. At x equal to plus 2, so if it's equal to plus 2, this would be 2 plus 2 minus 2 minus 1. That is 4 minus of 1, that is 3. So here it is right. F of 1, let us take it as f of 1 here also. So that is 1 plus 2 minus 1 minus 1, that is 3 minus 0, that is 3. So this is also right. But then 0 somehow will always become this. So this negative sign will remain. And hence, this would be 2 minus 1 is 1. So at 0, this has to touch 1, which would be somewhere at this point. Which would be somewhere at this point. Now, if of, see, these are definitely not true. So by default, this should have been true. But then, see, this is what happens when we investigate. So let us take x equal to -1. F of -1. What will be the fact? -1 plus 2 minus of -1 minus 1. So in that case, that would become mod of 1, and this would be 2 minus 2, that is again -1. So I am thinking that this sum must have another mod here. Now I am not exactly sure. Yes.
So the Q graph is correct now.
Q graph, is it correct? Let us check. Because at x equal to 0, it did not come 0, right? It came 1, right? Acha, so 1, a little bit higher, right? A little bit higher. Okay, let us check this. At 2, it came 3. At 4, it had come 4. Yes, obviously it comes 3. At 1, it came 3. Okay, so at 1, it had come 3. Now what has it, did it come at -2? -1, it came -1. So this is -1. So this is 1. This is -1 here. So this would be -1, yes. And -2, f of -2 would be equal to -2 plus 2 minus of -2 minus 1, that is equal to 0, and plus minus of plus minus 3. So that would be minus 3. Yes, yes. So this is not the right one. This one was the right one. So I had, while taking x equal to 0, considered that it should have been 0 or something. So that's why I said this was wrong, because x to the power 0 came to be positive. But on seeing it very closely, yes, x to the power 0 is indeed a bit higher up. Yes, yes. My judgment was heretical, because in this sum I had taken f of 0 was positive, and I thought that f of 0 was 0 here given. So yes, so this one would be the right one. Let me check this and finally see. Yes, absolutely correct. So in this sum I calculated wrongly actually, but thanks to our friend out there, I could amend myself, and this was the correct one, and this is the wrong option. So this is graph Q. So graph Q would be the correct one. Okay. So this is the mistake that I made while doing that. But this happens because in this computer screen, this is a bit hazy. So I couldn't make out. I thought f of 0 was 0, this point I thought. So hence that mistake appeared. But no, now on close looking, I can see that this is not. So yes, sir, you are absolutely right. This is the right one. And of course, this S1 was not right. It was coming out not to be right. So the sum is absolutely okay. So we need not change the sum. The sum printing, etc. is absolutely okay. The mistake was on my part. Okay. So this was the correct one. I hope we have ended this and we have all understood this. So let us move on to the next one. An opaque cylinder shown below is suspended in the path of a parallel beam of light, such that its shadow is cast on a screen oriented perpendicular to the direction of the light beam. The cylinder can be reoriented in any direction within the light beam. Now what does this say? As parallel beam of light such as shadow is cast on a screen oriented perpendicular to the direction. Okay, so the light is flowing like this and the screen must be placed like this, perpendicular to the direction of the light beam. The cylinder can be represented in any direction within the light beam. Under these circumstances, which one of the shadows P, Q, R and S is not possible? This is possible. If exactly light flows like this, you will get the shadow to be like this. Well, if the light flows like this and our cylinder is made bit like this, then the image that we will be getting would be somewhat like this, which is tantamount to Q. So that can be got. Now R. Okay, if light flows like this and our cylinder is placed like this, on the screen we will get an image something like this. But then this can't be done. S can never be done. S under any circumstances will not be possible, and hence S is the correct option. Okay,